Welcome everybody to Sunday Funday with Dad. I'm Rod Baker.
And I'm Dad.
And that's Dad.
That's a capital D.
I think it's all caps. So what we'd like to talk about this week is we'd like to talk about healing. As most of you know, I'm in recovery and I work the steps continuously. I work one a month. And this month's step is step 11. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God. Praying for the knowledge of His will and the power to carry that out is step 11. And to me, by the time I get to step 11, Dad, it's about the healing of the rest of the steps. You're getting into the healing part. 10 takes a daily action. It's a daily inventory, making amends where we need to as quickly as we can. And so getting into step 11 is that where the healing begins. You've suffered through the difficulty of it. You've inventoried it. You've made your amends where you could. Now you're in the healing. So it's through the prayer and meditation. And due to the fact the last few years, you and I have been dealing with a lot of my healing, which I must say, I have watched you heal in so many areas, being so close to you all the time. So I think that's one thing that both of us have really benefited from is getting to heal things between us. Not that there was a whole bunch of issues.
Well, you said for a long time, I'm a sick puppy. One sick puppy.
Those were during particular incidents.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I try not to, and that's not an overall opinion, Dad. But the point of it being is that there have been so many things that I've watched heal that I didn't even know I had issues with, or that we may have issues with others or something like that. And so to watch these things heal, because one of the things the big book says is first we heal spiritually. We straighten out spiritually, then mentally and physically. So I really and truly think that nothing starts without a spiritual healing. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Normally, that's what makes you sick, is a spiritual malfunction.
Mm.
And for instance, unforgiveness is the most common cause of an illness.
Yeah.
And it eats on you like a cancer. You don't know it. It doesn't show itself.
Right.
It doesn't wake you up in the morning and say, I'm unforgiveness and I'm going to get you today.
I'm resentment. Yeah.
They don't do that. They hide. And so, but in the healing, the thing I've learned after 83 years of being sick
Mm-hmm.
is that you have to want to be healed.
Absolutely.
You have to want to be healed. And a lot of people accept their disease, dis-ease, or malady, their affliction. They accept it and don't think about healing.
Yes.
They just think that's their lot in life to be sick.
Yes.
So wanting to be healed is the number one thing in healing.
It's amazing you said that because I tried something this last week, and it's already had some effects. And so us speaking on healing, I want to mention the sponsor for this weekend is Hyperbaric Plus in Oklahoma City. And they're at May and 121st on the northeast or northwest side in there by Joey's restaurant and the fly fishing place. They're right behind CVS. But Paul over there was informative, and there's so many different options on the healing process that they bring. It's not just the hyperbaric chamber, but there's red light healing. There's all kinds of things that Paul has available that I'm going to find out more about. But I wanted to let everybody know, if you get a chance, at least experience one time. I think you're going to go Monday.
I'm going Monday.
Yeah, so Dad's going to experience it.
You were always so good under pressure, I thought I'd try it.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I thought I'd go try this pressure stuff.
So you talking about the spiritual healing of it is also where the maladies occur. It's a spiritual malady that causes our mental and physical.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
Now, since your little pep talk, I'm kind of slow to say anything about the Bible.
Go ahead.
But there's a story in there that fascinates me about the Pool of Bethesda.
Absolutely.
Jesus came up on a man at the Pool of Bethesda that had been crippled for 38 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't call Jesus Lord. He didn't even know who Jesus was. Called him Sir. Hadn't prayed, hadn't asked God to do anything. He just said he had no man to help him. Jesus asked him if he wanted to be healed. And I said, I have no man to help me. Jesus told him, just get up. You don't need anybody. Get up.
Yeah, he doesn't have to get in the pool when the angel swirls.
He don't have to ask anybody to help him. He don't have to do nothing. Just get up.
Just get up.
So his desire to be healed was enough for him to get healed. But later, atrophied. Couldn't move.
Yeah.
And Jesus told him, stand, rise, and be healed. So if the desire to be healed will do it, then if you desire to be healed, that's the first step.
Absolutely. You know, with recovery, recognizing that you're powerless over alcohol or drugs or whatever that addiction and affliction may be. And then the second step is becoming willing. So that is the process, is that willingness, which, just like I said, going to the hyperbaric chamber, you know, most of that is the willingness to do what it takes to be healed.
You and I both know a woman that used to be a speaker at AA meetings
That's right.
and those association functions. And she said that a lot of people just have their story, and they're sticking to it. I'm sick. You know, I got this pain in my shoulder. You know how I am.
Yeah, you know I got diabetes. you know.
Yeah. So they hold on to their story because they don't know how to live without it.
Right.
They've learned to live with it. They don't know how to live without it.
Yeah.
So they continue that same mindset that they're sick.
Yes.
They're this, they're that, and never think about changing. Don't think they can.
Exactly. I believe that mentality of being sick, or, you know, one of the things that people called me all my life, Dad, was crazy.
Yes.
Well,
I did a time or two.
Well, yes, you have, as a matter of fact. Yes, you have.
But not lately.
Well, true, not lately. However, what I've tried to do is relabel that. I'm eccentric. I'm unusual. I'm particular. Things, you know, a different way of looking at what others can perceive as an ailment. Matter of fact, I just did a short video the other day on what ails you. For me right now, it's what ails me is adjusting to this different way of life that I'm living, because I had gone 25 years of doing something else, and now I'm adjusting to where I'm at today, and that's a healing. I don't think people recognize that. When you retire, there's things you have to heal from. That healing of going to that same place every day or doing that same thing every day. You've got to heal from that. And so I believe that that's part of that spiritual healing. First we heal spiritually, then mentally, and then physically. And most of us won't even know that something's wrong or something's amiss with us. Something's unhealed with us. We know someone who's spent a long time in the Marine Corps. They can't heal from being a Marine.
Oh, yeah. Super fine.
As a matter of fact, they elaborate on that. So that's something that needs to be healed.
I don't know many Marines that shoot their dog and their wife.
We didn't have to go to particulars. If they don't know, they don't
Oh.
know. But yes, you're absolutely right. However, there are a lot that do.
That's true.
There are a lot that do. And so that's part of that hyperbaric chamber. What that focuses on is that mental part of switching the way that you think. Pressure does that.
Well, your physical and mental affect each other.
Absolutely, Dad.
If you don't feel good physically, it's difficult to feel good mentally,
And vice versa.
and vice versa. If you're all mentally screwed up, you get physically screwed up.
Yes.
So, and I know what ails me. Ginger.
Ginger.
But somewhat like odors in your house.
Yeah.
You can be in your house and never notice the odor, fish frying,
Yeah.
okay, and you don't notice it. You leave and come back and you notice it.
Yes, you do.
Okay? Well, that's the same way this mental things are. You don't notice it until you're away from it or stand back from it or somebody points it out.
Right.
You know, and that's why you go to counselors, is they can point out things that you can't see in yourself.
That's the truth.
You know?
Yeah.
So counseling's always good.
Yeah.
There's a book I read that says that through much counsel, plans succeed.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so usually you're in step one with healing because you know you're sick.
You know you're powerless. That's right.
You know you're sick.
And it's unmanageable.
And you go around talking about it all the time.
Well, yeah.
How you feeling? Oh, man.
I'll tell you what, I got to call the operator and tell me where I'm at.
Yeah. That's a hanging part.
That's true. Tell me where I am. So the other part about that is, now that you've mentioned it, is a sponsorship, a trust. Developing a trust. You know, that's one of the things you and I have, is we have a great trust with one another, which is something I've always wanted with you, and I'm sure you with me. And so being at that place where we spend a lot of time together, we know each other extremely well, and we trust one another. So,
Well, sometimes I'm curious about you.
well, sometimes you ought to be. But it's like this hyperbaric. I trust them. I can see where people trust the doctors, trust the medication. In recovery, we trust our sponsors. So there's a relationship of trust in something, which you and I both know you can't do anything without trust.
Well, you can get in a lot of adverse conditions without trust.
That's true.
Yeah, trust is essential, and that's what most people have with their higher power, is trust. They have a problem with that.
Yeah,
Trusting.
exactly.
It's hard to trust something you can't see.
Hell, we have problems trusting things we can see.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't trust that bridge in San Francisco. It's way back and forth.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And in high towers, you get those and it's swaying back and forth. I used to work in an oil field. I'd climb to the top of those rigs to hang a jib.
Uh-huh.
And man, the wind would blow that thing 4 feet each way.
Yes.
And we're out in the panhandle and drilling 30,000 foot holes, and they had a big rig. But trust, yeah, you have to develop trust too. It's not a natural thing.
Yes.
You have to develop it.
Yeah. After me busting my ribs and puncturing my lung, I trust gravity so much more than I ever have.
It'll always work.
The law of gravity works every time,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you can count on that.
Yeah, so there are these situations that we can find ourselves in where we develop more trust for it. And so, maybe we all let...
Not even Jesus walked on air.
Well, he said I would do more than what he did. So, you know me. I'm always testing the boundaries, finding what I can trust and what I can't. Let that bake your noodle. So the thing about healing, Dad, is the acknowledgement first and foremost, correct? When you say?
Well, you acknowledge you need healing. I mean, that's the acknowledgement's not the first thing.
Okay.
First thing's wanting to be healed.
Okay.
That's your very first thing. Because if you don't want to be healed, you'll never be healed of
Right.
anything. If you don't want to,
Okay.
what you're getting at, I think, is recognizing what makes you sick.
What makes you sick?
Okay.
Yeah, the acknowledging of the root of it.
The root of it.
Yes.
Okay. Just acknowledge you're sick is not, but what causes it?
Exactly.
And you start finding that out when you want to be healed.
That's
you
a
start
great
searching
point.
for the answers.
Yes, great point.
But you're right in acknowledging, yes, but it's acknowledging the root of it.
Yes,
What caused it?
absolutely. And I can't help but look at it. You know, when I hit that steer, was it because it was so late at night, because the pavement was dark, because the steer was in the road laying down? You know, all those things. My headlights weren't working, you know, because they weren't on my truck. They were in that borrowed truck of the dealership. So there were all these things that I was acknowledging the root of how it happened. And fortunately for me, I look at it happening for me, not to me. So just a week earlier than that, I was praying, show me the root of addiction. And I found it, trauma. So I'm always looking for the root.
I think I'd change my prayer.
I think it's about time that I have.
Don't show me, tell me.
Yeah, there's no walking on air in this deal, is there? All right, well, we're about out of time. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
7 years ago, our fathers.
You've been waiting for that for a long time. Don't forget, Wednesdays at 10 a.m., Dad does Meat of the Matter, which is an excellent Bible study. And if you haven't seen it, please check it out. Thank you for your support. Please like and share these videos if you care to. If not, somebody else will, so you might as well. Thank you again for letting us come and share with you Sunday Funday with Dad. Talk to you later.
Good night and God bless you.
There you go.